case, when I'm talking to my daughter and we're looking at someone from Africa, I can tell, and this is 90% of my knowledge, where this person is from, just looking at how they dressed and how they looking. You get this also from the accents. There are big differences. Like even countries that are really neighboring, because of their size and different, access to water, to the sea, there are massive differences. Even when you're taking Benin Republic, Togo, and Nigeria, which are really close to one another, they're just completely different. People are mixing a lot. Like, you kind of, the way they were, drafted, the countries, unfortunately, due to the history, are kind of like arbitrary. And I think a lot of, exactly, this is what you see
very
on the
strict
map
lines.
of Africa. But there is a lot of people moving, and then you have people kind of from two countries, which is kind of the new understanding. Oh yeah, actually, this shouldn't be the border. But anyway, so I do feel big differences. There are differences in the people, that how they are dressed, food. There are some similarities. So funnily enough, when you go into supermarkets in one French-speaking African country and another, there will be similarities. Like you will see a lot of things coming from Lebanon. Like there is a lot of things coming from different locations that you wouldn't expect in Europe, that is importing, for example, like foodstuffs and things like this. So you see the similarities. The businesses are similar. That might be also other reasons, but differences are big. So it's amazing how things that are different outside keeps you, brings you closer.
Mm. It's interesting. It sounds very similar. When I was in Germany, I worked for Deutsche Bank, which is also
Hmm.
like an enormous corporation in the end,
Yeah.
and most of our colleagues were expats. And when
Wow.
you think about it, we didn't have much in common, with a lot of the people. But the fact that you were new to a country and you were an
Yeah.
expat in there, and you were feeling the same or living the same experience, struggling with the same bureaucratic problems, willing to see the same, I don't know,
Mm.
tourist spots maybe, or even like countryside or nature around where you were, unites us in a way that if we would have been going to school together, for example, we
Mm.
would not probably have been ending being friends or like being connected in a special way. That's the reality. But then suddenly, because you are in a country that you don't understand the language, you don't understand the culture, you are there lost, and you are getting together with the people who's
Mm.
passing through the same thing, no, let's say like this.
Landing somewhere and you will be staying there, and you can't just test, see, do I like it? No,